Hello and welcome to JNN, the Jewish News Network at 6 o'clock. Today we will be featuring a special on the establishment of the Histadrut and an exclusive interview with Joseph Trumpeldor. Then we will have another interview with Eliyahu Gulam, followed by, last but not least, a special feature on the siege and massacre at Tel Hai. To our viewers, thank you for watching.
The Histadrut is a general labor federation of Hebrew workers who work as a trade union to organize economic activities of Jewish workers. There are currently 4,400 members today. Every Israeli is eligible to become a member, and it does not matter whether they are Jewish, Christian, or Muslim. This organization was established at the Haifa Technion at 1920 by David Ben-Gurion. It is an umbrella organization that gives support to over 40 different unions. The Histadrut is a perfect example of how governments and unions can work together, and when they do so, they create a stronger and more caring society. It is beginning to grow into a huge, multifaceted enterprise. The organization works in 4 different fields, the first which is their labor organization.
The Histadrut's labor organization is widely successful. They are very active in international labor conferences. They have established a large network of health clinics throughout Palestine, including one in Tel Aviv. Under this organization, you will also find Consumers Union, the Sick Fund, and employment exchanges. They also feature many educational services. One of these is their very own newspaper, Devar, and the publishing company, Davir. There are also many educational courses that boost the members' educational levels.
The Histadrut also works as a commercial organization. Commercially, they manage kibbutzim, which are marketed by the products from the Nuva food company. In addition to that, they also manage the Hamash beer chain of department stores. Along with the commercial work, they also have social enterprises as well. Their major profit comes from their sick fund, or Kupat Cholim, which started with the help of Burl Katz. Their sick fund provides Medicare for members who, through a network of hospitals. And now, a special interview with Mr. Joseph Trumpeldor.
Now, on JNN News, we feature an exclusive interview with one of the most highly respected soldiers in the world, Joseph Trumpeldor.
Hello, it's good to be here.
Thank you for joining us. It's great to finally have you with us on JNN. I've heard so much about you as a brave soldier.
Thank you, I really appreciate it.
Would you mind starting by telling me a bit about why you wanted to be a soldier and how old you were when you were inspired to do so?
Well, I don't quite remember because I was a young child, but I do remember hearing about the brave actions of soldiers. I knew then that I wanted to be like them and fight for my country. I wanted to make a difference in the world, and I found a way to do so.
So, Mr. Trumpeldor, I hear that you fought in the Russo-Japanese War. Can you tell me about your actions?
Well, those were very hard times back when the Tsar was still in charge of Russia. Back in the day, I volunteered for the army. Nothing is better than bravely fighting for the country that gives you a shelter, a home, and food. The war with the Japanese took place soon after. I fought in the siege at Port Arthur, and during my service, I lost one of the closest things to me, my shoulder. I was on guard duty that day, and when a band of 30 Japanese soldiers came and ran after our unit, we must have lost 50 soldiers that day. And when I was running to the extraction point, I lost my shoulder because the Japanese shot it.
Do you ever regret any decisions that you made as a soldier during the war?
No, it is one of the best experiences to fight for your country. I always know I was doing the right thing. Like I said before, the motherland gives you a home, family, love, and food. The only way to repay the motherland is to fight for it, to protect it, and put your life forward for it.
For those of us who don't know, would you mind telling us a bit about why you were such an honored soldier?
Well, I don't want to brag about myself, but if people admit me, if people say that I'm a brave soldier, I can see why. I fight for a cause, and when I start, I can't stop. It is important for me to achieve my goals. For example, the Zionist cause is what I try to focus on most. Not only do I want it, I fight for it. I take much honor in fighting for my country.
Do you have any closing words you would like to tell those who look up to you and admire you?
I'd like to tell everyone who's watching that you can fight for your country, and if you do so, that's good.
Thank you for sharing that message. It's very meaningful. Well, thank you again for joining us today.
Thank you, it's been a pleasure.
Once again, you're watching JNN. We will be right back after a short break for an exclusive special on the siege and massacre at Tel Hai.